Hi everybody, and welcome to our first virtual Appy Hour. I'm Allison, reference librarian at the Delray Beach Public Library, and today we're going to be talking about eBooks, eMagazines, and digital audiobooks. So the first thing that you're going to want to do is download the correct apps from the App Store. If you're using an Apple device, you're going to look for the icon on the top left-hand side of your screen to go to the App Store and download the 3 apps that we're going to talk about today. And if you're using an Android or other platform device, you're going to go to the Google Play Store, which is on the top right-hand side of your screen. It's a triangle that says Google Play underneath it. We're going to download the Hoopla app, the Libby app, and the RB Digital app. Once you have that done, we're going to go ahead and open the apps. So the first app that we're going to talk about today is Libby by Overdrive. Now, after you download the app, when you open it, the first thing that you're going to have to do is set up your account for Libby. So it's going to ask you a couple of questions and you're going to follow the prompts on the screen to set up your account. The first question is going to be, do you have a library card? You're going to select yes, and then you're going to search for your library. So step 2 is searching for your library, and you're going to search for Delray Beach, and you're going to select the first result that you see. So we are part of the Southeast Florida Library Association, and you're going to select that library, and then it's going to prompt you to choose a location. So step 5 is going to be choosing the Delray Beach Public Library. Once you select our library, it's going to ask you for your library card number and your PIN. So step 6 would be entering your library card number in the appropriate place. And then when you hit next, it'll give you the box for your PIN number, and you'll enter your PIN, and then you're going to click sign in. Once you sign in, you'll see a copy of your digital library card and the option to give it a nickname if you'd like, and then you can select next. When you select next, you will be brought to the virtual library where you can browse for books or audiobooks. So you can search a couple of different ways on the Libby app. If you know a title or author that you're looking for, you can type it directly into the search box at the top of the screen. If you don't know what you're looking for and would just want to browse by different genre or to see what's available, you can hit Explore. And when you hit Explore, you'll get a couple of different choices in terms of guides, but you can also check what's available to see what books are not currently checked out or don't have any holds on them. So I selected what's available, and then it asks me if I want an ebook or an audiobook. I selected the books, and then it gave me a list of all of the current titles that are currently available. So when I did this, there were 6,676 books available that were not currently checked out. I went ahead and selected Educated to borrow. When I select the title, it then brings me to the screen where I do get a brief synopsis, or you can read a sample of the book, but you can also borrow it from this screen as well. So I'm going to click borrow, and then it brings me to a page where it shows the book with my virtual library card and an option to borrow. I'm going to select borrow one more time, and then on the next screen you'll see that the item is starting to download to your device. When that is complete and you get a check mark, you'll then be able to open the book, keep browsing, or go back to your shelf. And again, you can choose any of these choices. I wanted to open the book, and when I open the book, it's going to ask me if I want to read it via Kindle or Libby. Now, not every title is going to be available in both apps. And if you're going to read in the Kindle app, you want to also have that app downloaded to your device. But this title you can read directly within the Libby app. So I selected this Libby, this app, and it brings me then to the cover page where I can start reading this book. Now, when I go back to my shelf, I can see that I currently have this book checked out and that it's due in 14 days. There's also an option where you can see where it says Manage Loan. And what does that mean? It means that if you select that link, you can change the app that you're reading it with. So again, I selected Libby. If I decided I wanted to read it with Kindle, I would select that. Or if I finished it in less than 14 days, I could return it early so the next person could have the book earlier. If it's within the last 3 days of the checkout and there's nobody currently waiting for the title, you can actually then renew the loan. If you're within the last 3 days and it doesn't give you the option to renew, it means that somebody has placed a hold on that item and that in 3 days you won't have the book anymore. It will automatically return for you. But if you wanted to return a title early, you could select Return Early. It will then show you the title and your virtual library card again, and you'll select Return one more time. Now, you can either go back to your shelf or go back and find another book if you'd like. Now, if you notice at the bottom of your screen, you will see 2 choices, Library or Shelf. Library is the screen where you're going to browse for titles, and your shelf is going to be where you see the titles you currently have checked out or where you can manage your holds. So if you were to select loans, it will show you everything you have checked out, and holds is obviously going to show you everything that you have on hold. Now, how do you place a hold? Well, if you search for a title and it's not available, it will give you, if it's not available to borrow, it will give you the option to place a hold. So I looked for Little Fires Everywhere by Celeste Ng, and it is currently checked out. So I wanted to place a hold on this title. So I hit place hold. It then loads the cover of the book with my virtual library card and the option to place a hold. It does tell you that how many copies the library has, how many people are waiting, and approximately how long it would take for you to have the book. You can then hit place hold, and it will say that you have placed the hold on the title that you selected. Now, if you wanted to go back and check an update on your hold, you'll go back to your shelf and hit that hold icon, like I told you about a little bit earlier. And from here, you can see that there's a little calendar icon or a manage holds option. If we select the calendar, we can see that it'll take approximately 4 weeks for me to get this title, and I'm the 10th in line. The library owns 5 copies, and there's 2 people waiting per copy. Now, if I select the Manage Loans icon, it will show me when I place the hold, and then to suspend the hold or cancel the hold. So if I wasn't ready for the title, but I didn't want to lose my place in line, I could select Suspend Hold. And if I wanted to cancel the hold altogether, I would obviously select Cancel Hold. Now, just a reminder, checkouts are for 14 days. If a book has a hold on it, you will not be able to renew the title. To renew a title that does not have a hold, a link will appear 3 days before the title is going to expire, which will allow you to renew it for another 14 days. You can check out up to 6 titles at a time via the Libby app. Now, moving on to the Hoopla Digital app. Now, to create your account with Hoopla, you're going to find many of the same steps that we did for Libby. The first time you open the app, you're going to select, I don't have an account and I want to sign up. It's going to prompt you to enter your email address and to create a password. When you hit next, it will ask you if you want to allow Hoopla access to your location. Depending on where you are located, you might want to select Don't Allow, so that way you can type in the Delray Beach Public Library in the search box. If you're not within like a range of Delray Beach, it's not going to give you that choice. So I just like to skip it and type in Delray right off the bat. So I'm going to hit Don't Allow and then type Delray Beach into the search box. When I select it, the letters will turn blue, and then the agree button allows me to then click on it. When you click agree, you are agreeing to the terms and conditions and the privacy policy, which if you click on those links, it will give you those items. After you click agree, it will bring you to the screen where you enter your library card and your PIN number. If you don't currently have a library card, in the comments at the bottom of this video, you'll see the link to apply for a virtual library card online. So you'll enter your barcode and your 4-digit PIN and select next. And then your account has been created. We have upped the borrowing amount to 10 titles per month. So from the 1st of the month to the 30th or 31st of the month, you can check out up to 10 items. So that's inclusive of books, audiobooks, music, albums, comic books, television shows, and movies. Now, depending on the type of item that you borrow, depends on how long that you borrow it for. So books and audiobooks are checked out for 3 weeks. Movies and TV shows are for 3 days, and music is for 1 week. And if you have any questions, we are obviously happy to answer the phone, but there's nobody currently manning the phones at the library. So on our homepage, delraylibrary.org, there are 2 boxes on the right-hand side of your screen that say Ask Us or Chat with Us. And you can talk to us that way. And if you have any issues with your account or have any questions, you can get a hold of us that way. Now, to browse videos, music, or books, you want to look at the icons on the bottom of your screen. So if you select videos, you'll get the option at the top of your screen to select movie or television, depending on what you want to browse. You can also look for popular, recommended, or featured items. There's also an option to look for different genres in the top right-hand side of your screen. Music has the same options, and so does books. So you have audiobooks, comics, and eBooks, and as well as genres. And you can view popular, recommended, or featured items. When you select genres, at least for books, these are the different options that you see. There's a ton of different categories available on Hoopla, and I really like looking at the genre categories here. Now, if you knew the title or author of anything that you were looking for, you can use the search icon on the bottom of the screen and type in a specific item that you're looking for. The final app that we're going to talk about is RB Digital. Now, when you're going to start using RB Digital, the first thing that you need to do is use your web browser, either on your mobile device or your computer, to create your account. You cannot create your account from the app itself. So I went on to my web browser and I went to rbdigital.com/Cephlin, and I will load the RB Digital screen for the Delray Beach Library. I'm going to select Create a New Account, and it's going to prompt me to enter my library card number. After I do that, I select Next, and I'm going to fill in the information on the next screen. So I'm going to select my library, my first name, my last name, my email address twice, and then I'm going to create a password and enter that twice. Once I create the account, I can then go to the app and log in with the new credentials I just created. So I'll select Login, and then I'm going to select the country that I'm logging in from. So I'm going to select USA. I'm going to enter my email address and select Next, and then I'm going to enter my password and hit Login. After I hit Login, it's going to bring me to the home page where I can see audiobooks, magazines, and ebooks available on RB Digital. When I want to browse, I can just select the View All button, and it will show me all of the titles for the various item types that we have. So here are 125 magazine titles that we own. There's almost 7,000 audiobooks and over 200 ebooks available on this app. Now, scrolling through the magazines, when I find a title that I want to check out, I would select it. After you select it, you'll be asked if you want to check out this issue. So this is the most recent issue of Bon Appetit magazine, but I can also look for older issues. So if I select View All Issues, it will show me the most recent back issues of the magazine, and I can search for older issues of the title. Now, once I select the item that I want to borrow, I'm going to hit Checkout, and it will actually ask me if I want to automatically check out the next issue. So if you wanted to read the magazine every month, you can check this box, and every month when the magazine comes out, it will automatically be checked out to your account. Now, if you go to the menus on the top left-hand side of the screen, you'll see the items that you have checked out. So by selecting the menu, you can see Home, Books, Magazines, Checked Out, Your Account, and Log Out. If you go to the checked out items, it'll show you all the items that you have currently checked out on your account. And if you selected books or magazines, you can browse other titles. Some helpful tips when downloading digital items. You want to make sure that you download the item to your device while you're connected to Wi-Fi. That way, if you ever don't have service or signal, you're still able to access the material. It also saves you on your cell phone data plan. Once you're finished, hit delete. Delete the item from your device so it no longer takes up space. Libby and Hoopla will automatically return titles for you, so you don't have to remember to do that. But with RB Digital, you can actually check out the item for as long as you like, and you don't have to return it. Multiple people can have the same issue checked out at the same time, so there's no reason for you to technically return it. But be aware that if you download too many items to your device, your speed may slow down. So again, I'll be back here Thursday, March 26th at 2 o'clock in the afternoon to answer any follow-up questions that you have about any of our e-resources. So meet me there and have a great night. Bye-bye.